It's Tuesday, February 9th, 2010. Welcome to freetradingvideos.com. Markets are up big, 1.5% on the Dow. The S&P up 1.3%. And a little over 1% here on the NASDAQ, and the Russell's had a nice little pop later part of the day at 1.5%. VIX dropping here. But we did not stay below 25 as I was hoping we would do. We are at 25.8 here on the VIX Volatility Index. Here is the S&P Daily. I'm going to bring in some new news. We do have the makings of a bull flag, and it did not come into fruition until today, and here's why. Here's our first swing low. Our second swing low was just now made us two higher highs and two higher lows in a consecutive leg. So with that said, we do have a lower swing low with pinching or semi-parallel, in this case they're pinching trend lines coming down. So with this, you have the makings of a bull flag. Bull flags are bullish, and what we would be looking for is a breakout to the north here above this trend line. And if we can get above that trend line right here, we just have this swing high to mess with, which puts us right around 1100, and these moving averages right here, which is the 20 and 50-day moving average. And if we can get up there into this area and blast through that, our next area of resistance to be back up here at this 1150. And if we can get up to this 1150 area, this is key. We need to blast through it to stay bullish. If we reverse, that will be the makings of a double top formation. A double top looks like an M. You get a leg up, a leg down, a leg up, and another leg down. That double top up here would give you that M. M stands for murder. Now, am I going to say we need to be bullish at this moment? No, you need to be watching to be bullish. Amateurs will just jump in bullish right now, not knowing if we're going to go up or down. The bottom line is we are heading down. We got lower swing high and a lower swing low. So in the context of this, we are in a downtrend. So with that, you need to be thinking more bearish and bullish, unless you get a formation that plays out like we're seeing now, which would be a more bullish formation than a bearish. Then at that point, you could be thinking more bullish. But once you're in the confines of two trend lines, you're still in a downtrend. You're still in this channel that's going southbound. So at this moment, you need to be thinking that this market can go either direction. I'm looking for a breakout to the upside or a breakdown to the downside. Either of those can happen. Right now, we had some easing of fears of the debt that's going on over at Greece. And with some of their government maneuvering over there, you know, some of those fears are starting to subside, and that gave us some bullish push here and in the markets. But man, the very opposite could happen tomorrow. So we're starting to chop around on this low base type formation, but I do like the body has gone higher than these other bodies. That's nice, in that we did have these higher highs in the making, but we're still right here in this sideways motion. I don't like that so much, but what I do like is we have this higher swing low that just now played itself out. You can see the positive tick on the histogram showing that we do have a crossover utilizing 5, 9, and 3 as the filter on the MACD. So with that crossover, it shows us we do have a bullish divergence here, or you could call them bullish convergences because you have a trend line coming down and this line would be going up. So with that, you not only do you have a bull flag in the making, you also have a confirmation on the MACD giving us a bullish confirmation. So what am I looking for? A breakout, and I want to close over this trend line. This trend line, I mean, it's going to have to get over 1080. That's going to be a big number, gang. 1080, and that's precisely our high. I mean, we got right up to 1080 and then dropped. So if we can close higher than 1080, that would be a good time to be thinking bullish, but you do have a lot of resistance around this 1090 area and coming up this 1100 to 1110 area. There's a lot of resistance. So if this is going to be a true bull flag, we've got to rock and roll, we got to pop, we got to move through this. The same goes for the Dow. The Dow, we broke this big trend line, we got this little flag formation coming down. Let's look here at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ, same thing, we broke a big trend line, we got this little thing. But let me show you something on the NASDAQ that I'm seeing here. If I draw a trend line, the thing on the NASDAQ is actually we closed higher than that trend line. Like this dude's wanting to pop already. Usually NASDAQ will lead the charge, you know, in bullish or bearish moves. And we have this dude already popping its head over a nice trend line here. It might be foreshadowing what's to come. So markets could get pretty bullish. All right. Now, I want to invite everyone that's interested, and let me say this. It's about time that you take your trading to a new level. Quit thinking like amateurs. Start thinking like professionals and say, I am going to take my trading serious. Invest in your trading education. Do it and do it right. You want to do trading in it because that's something you could take with you for the rest of your life. It can be life-changing. You can do it from anywhere you want. If you want to do it on a beach, great. On a boat, great. If you want to do it in a cabin up on a snowy mountaintop somewhere, fantastic. Trading can be done anywhere. But the thing that absolutely separates people that can walk the walk and those that can just talk the talk is those that have the proper education. And I'm here to tell you that I don't know of any, and I've got big circles, a lot of network, a lot of friends that I'm associated with that are traders. I don't know one that's the real deal out there in the trading world that does not have a mentor. The common thread amongst all those rock solid savvy traders is each and every one of them could tell me within a millisecond, if I were to ask them who's your mentor, they'd give me a name right now. I would love to be your mentor. Matador would love to be your mentor. Tonight we're going to talk about how that can happen, and it's actually coming up in a couple weeks. If you want to plug yourself in and you want to get to the next level and you want the very best tips and tricks of what we do on a day-to-day basis to make our money in the markets, we're going to show that to you. And so tonight, meet the mentor. It's a webinar. It's free. Just come hang out, and I get to introduce myself more personally. I come out from behind my alias and I get to talk with you. So anyway, maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. Maybe you're still kicking the tires on the trading thing and you don't know if it's for you. That's fantastic. But for all those that are saying, I want to do this, I want to do it right, we have the absolute perfect thing for you, and we hope you get plugged in. And Thursday night, gang, is our very first ever premier FTV webinar on hedging, and I'm going to teach you guys how to hedge Wednesday night. So the secret is this: if you want to get plugged in tonight or Thursday night, tonight's free, Thursday night is not. You're going to pay for that one. It's $200. If you are a mentor student, half price. And we'd love to have each and every one of you. But just email Mike_Williams at freetrainingvideos.com. Safe trading to you.